Hi, everyone, and welcome to the CanadianSME Small Business Podcast. I'm your host, Maheen, and in the podcast, we center our discussions around a crucial aspect of our communities, the small businesses. Small businesses are fundamental pillars of local economies, offering unique services, generating employment opportunities, and driving economic growth. They embody the entrepreneurial spirit and play a very pivotal role in shaping the character of our neighborhoods. By supporting local businesses, we invest in the sustainability and vibrancy of our communities. Today, we're thrilled to have Donna Torsu, an experienced international development worker and advocate for small businesses, as our guest to delve into the significance of these enterprises. Donna Torsu is a seasoned international development worker whose career spans across continents. She's currently serving as a senior program officer at Colleges and Institute Canada, focusing on the Career Launcher Apprenticeships Program. This initiative is crucial in aiding SMEs to hire new apprentices in the construction and manufacturing skilled trades. Prior to this, Donna made significant contributions in Ghana, West Africa, as a monitoring and evaluation manager, supporting SMEs to integrate into the oil and gas industry supply chain. Her experience also includes works with UNESCO, where she played a vital role in promoting education, science, and culture, recognized by the UN volunteers. Donna has been instrumental in developing resources to prevent gender-based violence and supporting women's development. Her dedication to fostering growth in individuals and businesses is truly commendable. Now, without further ado, we'd like to welcome our guest, Donna. Donna, how are you today?
I'm doing very well.
I'm very pleased to have you with us this afternoon. Now, Donna, your journey has been quite remarkable. I mean, transitioning from international roles to directly impacting small and medium-sized enterprises in Canada. Could you share with us and our audience, some of the experiences and motivations that led you to your current role where you're significantly impacting SMEs?
Thank you very much, first of all, Maheen, and the entire Small Business Podcast crew for giving me the opportunity to share my experiences with everyone. So I do not own a business myself, but I'm surrounded by family and friends who own small businesses. So I'm just using the term small businesses loosely to refer to micro, small, or medium-sized enterprises. My husband, owns a small business in tracking, but I've actually been involved in business since childhood.
Wow.
I was helping my mother in her small business. So she has a small business in wholesale and retail trade. So from a very young age to my teenage years to university years, I spent much of my school holidays and my free time supporting my mom on her business. I did many different things. I was a bookkeeper. I was involved in sales.
Wow.
I was also, hiring, helping my mom with hiring, supervising workers, store management. My mom had multiple shops. And actually, this is the unique feature or characteristic of small business owners, the fact that they are able to perform different functions all by themselves alone.
Right.
The downside, though, is that the multitasking can affect the efficiency of the business and even the growth of it. And so when I first had the opportunity to work on a funded project in support of SMEs, I was very pleased because I'm quite familiar with how small businesses operate, the challenges they have, and also recognizing the fact that they contribute a lot to a country's economy. The very first project that I actually worked on was in Sri Lanka. I wasn't in Sri Lanka myself, but I was supporting from Washington, D.C. But this project was to provide technical support to the SMEs in Sri Lanka. They had come out of Civil War too.
Okay.
So this was to help them improve on their business processes and to be able to expand their businesses and generate more revenue, all to the development of the country, Sri Lanka. Another project that I also worked on was in Ghana, West Africa.
Right.
This one focused on the oil and gas industry. So it was to support the SMEs there to help them to put the necessary policies and practices in place in their businesses to be able to meet the high standards or requirements in the oil and gas industry. Usually local SMEs, are unable to even participate in that industry. Right. So this was to help them. And indeed, several of these SMEs, were able to win contracts in the oil and gas industry just because of the help that they received from the program. And I'm here now in Canada, supporting, SMEs again, right. But this time in construction and manufacturing trades.
That's beautiful. I mean, it explains why, where are you right now, right? I mean, you've had a whole lot of knowledge about different industries, what is working, what is not working. And Donna, we're currently facing a very notable challenge or notable shortage of skilled workers or skilled trades workers here in Canada that is really reshaping the labor market and affecting SMEs significantly. Donna, what in your opinion are the implications of this shortage and how does it present both challenges and the opportunities for the SMBs?
Right. So the construction industry in particular has been seeing a decrease in employment. This year alone, we had about, we saw a loss of about 71,000 jobs in the industry. And a recent report by the Canadian Federation of Independent Business informs us that last year, small and medium enterprises actually lost about $38 billion in business opportunities. Of course, with the limited number of skilled trades workers that we have, they can either, take or maybe work more hours, or they would have to reduce their hours of operation and even turn down contracts because they don't have, the manpower to be able to fully operate. And this affects all of us. Talk of housing crisis. But even aside that, just imagine this. You have a problem maybe in your home and you reach out to a plumber and then the plumber tells you, you have to wait weeks or months before they get to you. Yes. So it can be that bad, but then the good thing is that, of course, in the challenges are also opportunities. So, what SMEs can do, is to invest more, in the efforts that they are making to hire more workers so that they will be able to take on even more contracts because the work is available, right?
There is demand.
Exactly.
For sure. Yes.
The demand is very high. So they would be able, to capture these opportunities and generate more revenue for their businesses. So that's the good thing.
It's a great point that you made across that, demand is quite high. And if SMBs are able to captivate that opportunity and attain workers, I think it's a great opportunity. It's a win-win for both the society as well as for the SMBs themselves.
That's right.
But Donna, you mentioned multiple programs. You worked on a couple from coast to coast. You worked in South Africa as well, which is great. Tell us about this Career Launcher Apprenticeship Program. How is this program making strides in attracting more people into construction and manufacturing, skilled trades, and the overall impact it's having on the industry?
Right. Okay. So the Career Launcher Apprenticeships Program is funded by the Government of Canada and is offering financial incentives or grants to small and medium enterprises in the construction and manufacturing trades to hire new apprentices. So with the financial incentives, an SME can even receive up to $20,000 maximum to when they hire apprentices. So this program is not only offering financial incentives, it's also it has created a platform that we call the Apprentice Connect. One word, Apprentice Connect. So it's a comprehensive bilingual platform that provides information or resources or guidance on recruitment, onboarding, integration, training, as well as retention of the apprentices or even workers in general. One good thing actually about the program is that the SME can have access to the funding that our program provides in addition to whatever grants or financial incentives are also being offered at the provincial level. So that's like more money for the SMEs to be able to support their businesses. So what I would also like to add is, or maybe in a nutshell, what the Career Launcher Apprenticeships Program is doing is to increase the number of, workers in the skilled trades in an effort to address the skilled labor shortage.
Right. No, I think it's a great program, and it has a very strong emphasis on supporting equity deserving groups. Right. Now, this approach not only fosters inclusivity, but it also enriches the skills trades industry overall itself. Donna, can you elaborate on the significance of this focus?
Right. So the Career Launcher Apprenticeships Program actually motivates SME employers to hire from underrepresented groups, or what we call the equity deserving groups. These include women, 2 SLGBTQ plus communities, persons with disabilities, and newcomers, and others as well. But newcomers, and that reminds me. So today is International Migrants Day. So I just want to acknowledge the contributions that migrants make, and then hope for a more inclusive society. Career Launcher Apprenticeships Program, is actually emphasizing the importance of diversity, in the skilled trades workforce, because this allows for new ways of thinking, and this can also lead to innovation, right, for the SMEs. Another benefit actually is that when an SME has a diverse set of employees, what happens is that they would even be able to increase their customer base. You know why? Because they'll be able to address the needs of different customers. Take, for instance, language.
Right.
So if a customer reaches out and they're speaking in a language that maybe one of the employees that you have as an SME can speak that language, you get to keep the customer.
That is true.
Right. So that also brings in more revenue for you. And so that's why the program actually, even provides the maximum amount in the grant to those SME employers that are able to hire from the underrepresented groups.
Right. Now, just as I am curious, I believe our audience may be curiouser, if that's a word, but just tell us, Donna, what is the eligibility criteria to be entering into this program, and how what are the requirements that they need to present to be able to be eligible to apply for that 20 grand fund that you mentioned?
I have to mention that the requirements are not stringent or, hard. The SME should be in the construction and manufacturing trades. The SME should also, and of course it's SME, so should have, less than 500 employees. So from 1 to 499 employees, the SME, qualifies to be part of the program. And they should also be a registered business, so have a Canada Revenue Agency number. I think that's pretty much the main thing. And of course, once they enroll, they don't even have to have an apprentice in mind or a potential apprentice that they're going to hire. They can just enroll in the program, because there are also, opportunities for them to look for an apprentice even afterwards. If an SME enrolls in the program and they never even get to hire an apprentice, nothing happens. We don't penalize them.
Oh, really?
There's no problem with that. That's right.
Perfect. And what is the duration of this program?
That's the thing.
The timeline, yes.
The
I'm curious. Yes.
timeline. So, and I have to say, unfortunately, it's not going to be here for long.
Okay.
So this program is ending in March. That's March 31st,
Okay.
2024, next year.
Okay. I mean, audience needs to act fast if they're in that trade scale.
To.
Yes.
They
For
have
sure.
to.
For sure.
For
That's
sure.
good I asked.
Yeah.
But, it's always inspiring to hear about the tangible impacts of such initiatives, Donna. What are some of the success stories from the Career Launcher Apprenticeship Program? And can you also highlight how it has positively impacted or influenced SMEs?
Oh, yes, indeed. Several of the SMEs that have enrolled in our program have indicated that, they would not even have been able to hire an apprentice if not for the help that they received from us. Some of them have hired, many of them have hired, 1, 2, 3 apprentices or even 4 apprentices, with the help of the program. And so it's been, very helpful for the SMEs who are participating.
Donna, it's always so inspiring to hear, about the tangible impacts of such initiatives, right? What are some of these success stories from the Career Launcher Apprenticeship Program? And can you also highlight, how has it positively influenced SMEs?
Right. So the SMEs that have enrolled in our program, several of them, have told us they would not have been able to hire any apprentice at all if not for the help of the program. They have hired, 4, 3, 2, or at least 1 apprentice. And the good thing too about this program actually is that when the SME received the financial incentives, we don't decide how they use the money, but rather it's the SME that decides, how to use that funding, however they deem fit. Most of them have told us that they use it for salaries, purchasing equipment and tools, and also for training for their apprentices.
Okay.
So that has been very helpful. And to tell you, so it's not even just SMEs that are benefiting, from the program, but apprentices as well. One apprentice electrician that spoke with us mentioned that he's so grateful for the program because the SME that hired him already had apprentices, but because of the grant that they received from us, they are able to hire him in addition. And at the time where we spoke with him, he was so happy to share that he had learned so much within just a space of 2 months. So this is really helpful. And I think there are more SMEs out there who should take advantage of this opportunity. Yes,
for sure. Now, looking towards the future, Donna, the landscape of skilled trades in Canada, especially in the sectors like construction and manufacturing, they're evolving, right? What are your predictions or hopes for the future in this area, particularly regarding the role of SMEs?
Yes, so we're already in a period where we are facing shortage of skilled trades workers. Now, this is likely to get worse because we're expecting to see about, or if not more than 700,000 skilled trades workers retiring between 2019 and 2028. A few things I would like to highlight, and especially in terms of the roles that SMEs can play. So SMEs will need to find, opportunities of expanding their business. Of course, by hiring, more workers, they can hire apprentices, and then investing in training and technology. So we are seeing, advances in technology in the construction and manufacturing industry. It's going pretty fast, and this is something that SMEs would also need to adapt to and keep abreast with. the traditional ways of doing things, are getting behind us. So it would be good for the SMEs to also, learn and be able to use these technologies. Of course, it's not going to be easy. I get that. One thing SMEs can do is to partner with larger companies.
Right.
They can explore any ways of partnerships with the larger companies. And even such partnerships can result in the SME having access to a highly technological equipment that they can use to do business, which otherwise they wouldn't probably have had access to. So I would encourage SMEs, to make more effort and to even take advantage of the different kinds of supports out there. There are many different kinds of, supports for SMEs. They should take advantage of them, including the Career Launcher Apprenticeships Program. Like I said, it's not going to be here for long. So the earlier, the better, SMEs should take advantage of it and, make good use of it. And I'm actually hopeful that with all these efforts being done, the skilled trades industry, will have a reduction in the labor shortage.
Thank you so much, Donna, for this insightful conversation and for the invaluable contributions you're making to the community. I mean, it's quite commendable, the work that you're doing, and we wish you and colleges and institutes of Canada, continued success with the program. I know time is of essence, and we only have limited time for people to apply for this program. But thank you so much for all the details that you could mention here on this podcast today.
Thank you so much, Maheen. And thank you all for promoting SMEs and, for at least sharing very useful information such as this also with the SMEs out there.
No, we're looking forward to having you back on this podcast with us with a newer and updated program that'll last for longer, for sure.
I hope so.
Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
As we conclude today's insightful episode with Donna Torsu, we extend our deepest gratitude for her invaluable contributions. Today's dialogue not only underscored the critical role of small businesses and skilled trades in our economy, but also illuminated the transformative impact of initiatives like the Career Launcher Apprenticeships Program. A key takeaway from our discussion is the importance of fostering inclusivity and support in the skilled trade sector, which in turn strengthens our local economies and broadens opportunities for all members of our community. We are immensely thankful to our partners as well, our exclusive banking partner RBC, exclusive shipping partner UBS, and exclusive accounting software partner Xero for their ongoing support. We also encourage our listeners to deepen their engagement with the small business community by subscribing to the Canadian SME Small Business Magazine. Please visit our official website, CanadianSME.ca, for more inspiring stories and invaluable resources. Thank you for joining us on this podcast, and we eagerly await your company in our next discussion.